Game na ba yan? Game ko na.
Very young audiences, parental guidance is advised.
Headlines! Justice Secretary Lizette takes witness stand for Article 7. For the world news, U.S. and North Korea nuclear envoy set to meet this Thursday. NBA superstar Jeremy Lin appears on live to make U.S. Olympic team.
Philip.
Star Cinema's Artificial Yours, a certified blockbuster Valentine movie of the year.
Hindi lalaki. Sino pa yun? Pinapasok nito pwede.
Live in U.S. News Headquarters. Philippe Makimkim. And Abigail. In the Daily Insider. Good afternoon.
Secretary of Justice Stella de Lima takes witness stand for Article 7 and to give us an update about what has been happening for the impeachment trial. We have lovely Tolin. Lovely. Justice Secretary Lila de Lima takes the witness stand at the impeachment trial of Chief Justice Renato Corona to testify on the temporary restraining order against the inclusion of former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo and her husband in the government's travel watch list. The issue is in the first of the articles of impeachment, number 7, which accuses Corona of partiality in granting a temporary restraining order in favor of former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo and her husband, Jose Miguel Arroyo, in order to give them an opportunity to escape prosecution and to frustrate the ends of justice, and in distorting the Supreme Court decision on the effectivity of the DRO in order to comply with the Supreme Court's own DRO. The DRO would have allowed Arroyo to leave the country, ostensibly to seek treatment for a hormonal condition. She was stopped at the airport by immigration agents. The Lima recounted the issuance of a watch list order and why the department has decided to jump Arroyo's request for an allowed departure order. She also questioned why Arroyo's travel advisory has included destinations and activities that had nothing to do with the former president's medical condition.
Updates ng PRO for GMA. Kasi it has been said that the former president is not in a serious position.
Aside from being a flight risk, the Lima said that Arroyo's condition was not life-threatening. And now, back to you, Abby and Philip.
For the world news, U.S. and North Korea nuclear envoys set to meet Thursday, seeking ways for Pyongyang to dismantle its nuclear program in exchange for a much-needed aid. The countries were in a virtual deal to have Washington provide food and Pyongyang suspend its uranium enrichment program when the agreement was appended with the death of their longtime leader, Kim Jong-il, last December 17. The two will hold the second session Thursday afternoon at the U.S. Embassy. Green Davis, U.S. nuclear envoy representative, said it was a good sign that North Korea had agreed to reopen talks so soon after the death of Kim Jong-il and as the country transfers power to his young son, Kim Jong-un, and a cadre of advisors. He said the key point was to see if North Korea was willing to fulfill obligations made in a joint statement in 2005, which committed North Korea in abandoning its nuclear program in exchange for aid to pledges that Washington will secrecy ousters.
Mid-talks with the North, we'll pick up tomorrow. Sorry I don't have more substantive information for you today. I've given you a little bit of a characterization of how today went. They were serious and substantive talks.
The talks in Beijing, the third round since July, ostensibly are aimed at creating a six-wider nation disarmament negotiation, which involves other countries such as China, Japan, Russia, and South Korea. Pyongyang walked away from those talks in 2009 and later exploded second nuclear device. The six-nation talks once restarted was aimed at dismantling the remaining nuclear device of North Korea in exchange for what would likely involve a greater donations of aid. As the envoys began their talk, North Korea's state media criticized next month's security summit, which involves dozens of world leaders, including President Obama, to discuss security, safety, and terrorism. And that's it for the world news. Up next, Jeremy Lin appears unlikely to make U.S. Olympic team. And for the Showbiz news, unofficially yours, a certified blockbuster Valentine movie of the year. For more news updates, we will be right back after this commercial.
Banana, you a bunch. That's like a monkey if we go for lunch. Banana, baby, I love you, I love you.
The Daily Insider. And now for the latest weather forecast, we have Chey Sabayle. Chey, what is the condition of our weather today?
We will have a hotter weather than yesterday, when in fact, summer season is fast approaching. Metro Manila will have mostly cloudy skies with a temperature of 23 to 30 degrees Celsius. Going north, Baguio will experience scattered rain showers in the afternoon. Temperature will be 13 to 25 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, Visayas will have a fair weather. It will rain but only for a fleeting moment. Cebu with a temperature of 25 to 31 degrees Celsius. Mindanao, on the other hand, will have some thunderstorms. Davao with a temperature of 24 to 31 degrees Celsius. For the Southern Summer, the Mananomi Coroneta light to moderate. The Mananomi Paciano light to moderate. Summer is yet to come. Philippines, having bounded by water, have fabulous and wonderful resorts that will perfectly suit for your summer vacation. Boracay, being the most famous white sand beach of the country, still remain the top beach visited by the tourists. Did you know that Aman Resort in Amanpulo, Palawan is the most expensive beach resort in the Philippines? Its cheapest room rate costs $950 per head or 40,470 pesos per person. And that's our weather news for the day. Back to you, Abby. Well, thank you for the weather update, Chey. And for our sports news, Jeremy Lin is unlikely to make it to the U.S. Olympic team. Lin has scored 38 points in the victory over Kobe Bryant and the rest of the LA Lakers. Lin outscored in assists in the victory over the defending NBA champion, the Dallas Mavericks, and hit a three-pointer to beat the Toronto Raptors. But according to the Olympic team officials, Lin is not in serious contention to represent the United States in London. Jerry Colangelo, a longtime sports executive and the current director of Philippine basketball, said that in decades he has been in sports, he has not felt anything similar to the way Lin has decided to take and ascended into such a international phenomenon. But while Colangelo said that they know such a great story for the NBA, for the Knicks, for this young man and what is accomplished in such a short period of time. He also noted that the players who have already time investing in the system have anxiously built up. Meanwhile, apparently, potential Olympic team members were identified with interest. The competition for the point guard position is 12-man roster on the field. In fact, the Sean developed injuries, the officials decided not to seek for a replacement point guard. Meanwhile, Tolin said that he would be monitoring his progress, and it doesn't rule out the possibility, however small, that this could be a late addition. Lastly, Tolin said in statements, and I quote, "There are many players that have sat on the bench and come in and surprised people before, but this is more than a surprise. He shocked people, and it really makes you think about how many players might be out there who can play but just ain't got an opportunity." And that is the latest for our sports news. And to give us the hottest, juiciest, and latest entertainment news, we have Lizette Seachon. Liz?
Unofficial Year, a certified blockbuster movie. Star Cinema's Valentine Opera, Unofficially Yours, the first movie team-up of Johnny Cruz and Angel Oxin, earned 18.5 million pesos in its first day, beating the hit film No Other Woman, which opened at 6 million pesos. The opening number of Unofficially Yours moved up from the film, especially since No Other Woman went to become the second most successful movie last year with a total gross revenue of 282.5 million pesos. Replying to messages and congratulations on Twitter, Angel Oxin tweeted on Thursday, "Thank you, Lord, halik sa lupa." Unofficially Yours is said to have the ingredients of a blockbuster movie where it is directed by Cathy Garcia Molina, with 5 of her films entering the list of highest grossing films in the Philippines. In addition to this, the success of the movie also cements John Lloyd Cruz's strong appeal as a box office. The next movie starring John Lloyd Cruz are on the list of all-time top local films shown in the Philippines. In fact, Cruz occupied the 3rd to the 7th spot on the list. These films alone have earned more than 1 billion pesos in the box office. Star Cinema's Unofficially Yours is indeed a must-watch. It is currently being screened at theaters with a grade of B by the Cinema Evaluation Board. And that is the latest Showbiz news for today. Back to you, Philip and Abby.
Thank you, Liz. Well, indeed, Unofficially Yours is really a blockbuster movie, and you must really watch it because of the lead character's chemistry, right, Philip?
And also because of their director, which is Cathy Garcia Molina, who directed the other 2 movies, which is One More Chance and A Very Special Dog, which is a blockbuster movie of that time.
In addition to that, John Lloyd Cruz and Angel Oxin have chemistry that was appealing to the public. In as much as you two look good together,
Yeah, no doubt. But,
thank you, Liz and Lovely. I know that I always look good just like Angel Oxin, and my co-anchor looks as handsome as John Lloyd Cruz.
so completed. You don't know how to take sarcasm.
No, because I know it's the reality.
It's not a joke. But anyway, for more news updates, you can visit our Twitter account at www.twitter.com/TDInews, and you can like and visit our fan page in Facebook at www.facebook.com/TDInews and Current Affairs.
And that is our news for today, where the current stream of news
It's delivered to you daily.
nothing is favored,
No lies.
only authentic.